Good evening. Alright, well, back in STO on Linux, and we're just going to be continuing the Romulan storyline from exactly where we left it go last night, which is cool. Welcome back, Avak. So I have assignments that are done, duty officers completed, 6 of them. Cool. Ooh, a rare one. Failure, damn it. Department heads, cool. Excellent. Alright, so we're going to continue on the Romulan storyline from where we left off last night. And we were headed to the Veranat system. Okay. Set course. Yeah, the only issue I'm having with this game, the game is running great, but the only issue I'm having is that I hate games that lock you in. And when I'm in, and this is full screen windowed, or full screen, it just locks you in. Even in windowed mode, when you maximize the screen, you're locked in. I don't like that. I mean, I can get out of it by just tapping the Windows key, or Linux key. Ship is looking good. About halfway to getting a new one. So what are we doing in this one? Time capsules. I know you weren't involved personally, but Detan was using your colony, among others, as part of his terrorist network. I have seen Talshir documents saying that Veranat was a prime site for weapons development. If so, that is probably why it was attacked. You're still grieving over the loss of your home, the deaths of your friends. I know what that's like. Now you need to go back there and find the proof, so you find the proof so you'll know. Okay, where are we? Here we are. Yeah, we're now working for the Talshir. It was a career change. They offered us more money, more opportunity for, deviousness. So we took it. Enter the arena of Sampak.
It looks like we're not the only ones visiting. All this debris has attracted Nausicaan scavengers. Recommend that we clear the area of these pirates while searching for any traces of weapon signatures in the wreckage. I don't want any pirates disturbing the remains of the ships where our friends died. I've marked them.
Take out these Nausicaans first. Alright. Force those front shields. This is the SS DNR. I don't know if the price was right. Fighter. Think. Supplies. The There it is. Decommissioned military ship, no traces of weapons. Last one. There it is. Refugees, there are no signs of weapons.
We didn't find anything unusual on these ships, and I knew we wouldn't. I want to believe her, but she's not the person I knew. She's tall Shi'ar. Still, I am picking up some strange energy readings from the surface of the planet. Perhaps we should continue our search there.
Alright, let's beam down. Implicating us in terrorist plots throughout the sector. Sorcerer Zero says, "Oh, he sounds so broken-hearted." Well, maybe he is. Okay. Let's get a search for weapons, smuggled weapons underway. Huh.
You're one of them, aren't you? We've been looking all over this place for evidence of your terrorist plots, and here you are, showing up to dispose of the evidence we're here to find. I'm placing you under arrest. I don't want to resort to violence, but if you resist, I'll be forced to take action.
I got caught in a tall Shi'ar trap. Ha! I will not be taken into custody. Luckily, we're working with the thing. Should be something around here. There we go. Water storage tanks. Aquifers, okay. Well, again, no weapons. We're just setting up a column. More farming stuff. What the?
They'll pay for what they have done to our colony. Devex's old helmet. Reminds me of better times.
That's a very old helmet. That's from Kirk's time. Laurie's documents, okay. That's perfectly reasonable. Ship repair. Let's see. Nothing wrong with that. Damn Federation getting in the way. The agriculture. Yeah, nothing untoward going on here. Alright, let's head back. Eliminate hostile search. Should be around the corner. farm is completely gone. All right. Water purifiers. Eliminate hostile. So there's no evidence here. They're there. Something strange is going on here. All these search teams were looking for the same things we were. Yeah, because the Tal Shiar told the Federation that we were here to get rid of the evidence. So now they think we're the enemy. Someone's screaming outside. Talk to Ramen and
So,
Captain.
you're the terrorist. I allied with the Federation because they promised me the opportunity to find people like you. People willing to hurt innocent civilians and give you the justice you deserve. You're no better than the Tal Shiar. I will restore our people's nobility, no matter what it takes.
I'm not a terrorist. Someone is feeding you false
Of
information.
course you are. My teams didn't find the weapons that were here, but this colony has been empty for weeks. You had ample time to hide them, or move them to another location off-world. But there's no evidence that they weren't here. And in the absence of evidence, I go with my instincts. They tell me that people like you hid weapons here, and those weapons got people killed. Innocents, civilians, people who should have been living in peace. This ends now. You won't get a chance to hurt anyone else.
The only person who will be hurt here is you. Ooh. Oh. We're all down. Alright. Well. That was a lesson. Hey, how come he didn't respawn? There he goes. that? Cross on, okay. Do I have a better weapon? Not really. That one is slightly better. Oh, there we go. A mini disruptor.
This was such a peaceful place once. And so beautiful.
Once, not anymore. There we go. All right.
Enough! Enough! I yield! Do with me what you will. What? Surprising words coming from a terrorist.
He's really emphasizing the word terrorist.
That makes a surprising amount of sense. A contact that I thought I could trust told me there was evidence of terrorism and weapons manufacturing here. I'm guessing you were told the same thing. Neither of us found anything, except one another. We were sent here to die. I agree. Whoever set up this little charade is probably lying in wait to eliminate the survivor of our battle. Won't they be surprised when we join forces? I'll return to my ship immediately. Join me in orbit, and we can finish this.
Right behind you. Okay, we'll beam up and report in. I need to dump the crappy pistols that I have, make room. Well, this is taking its time. Ah, there we go. Nope, she'll just
Enemy
bring a
ship
fleet
on
in to
sensors.
destroy us.
How disappointing to see you alive. I am Commander Talum of the IRW Ishe, and you seem to have a talent for sniffing out Tal Shiar. I thought sending another Romulan Republic terrorist to take you out would take care of two problems at once. I was mistaken. Perhaps this is for the best. Now I can take both your bodies back to Colonel Hakiv. I'm sure he will reward me for finally eliminating you.
I don't enjoy being played for a fool. I'm here to back you up. Let's show this Tal Shah scum what real Romulans are made of.
Warning.
We appreciate the assistance.
I am impressed by your quick thinking. You would have made an excellent Starfleet officer. I wish you had chosen to work with the Federation instead of the Klingon Empire. Regardless, I am glad we can both serve the greater good of the Romulan Republic.
I picked up a transmission from an attack group in this direction. It sounded like you must have uncovered something significant enough to warrant an armed response. What did you find?
No weapons, no proof, nothing but old memories and lies.
That can't be.
I assure you that it is. In fact, we were ambushed.
Are you suggesting I had something to do with it? Why would I? I have nothing to gain. I want you to join us. All of our intelligence reports said there would be weapons, or at least residual traces of weapon stores here. I swear it. Someone must have gotten to it before you and moved it. Covered it up somehow. Did you tell anyone you were coming here?
Nope, nobody.
I know my information didn't turn out like we expected this time. But is Tovan still looking for his sister? I might be able to locate Rinna. If the Tal Shiar has any information on her whereabouts, I'll pass it on to you. That should show you I can be trusted. I just need to make my report before anyone gets suspicious. After that, I'll be in touch.
Very well.
Excellent work. I'm not surprised that you did not find any weapons on Viranot. While the Romulan Republic has contacts with most of the colony worlds, we're not using them to fight a war. We're encouraging them to see the truth and join our cause. Nonetheless, you must continue to humor Charva to have any chance of winning her to our side. I doubt this will be the last you hear from her. Keep me apprised of developments. Time is short.
Congratulations, Centurion.
Greetings. Given what you've discovered at Chaltok and Viranot, we need to widen our investigation. Republic ships have gone missing, and we can't afford these sort of losses. We need you to look into this problem. Head to the Beta Quadrant. One of our ships went missing near the Mempa system, and we want you to find out what happened. While I appreciate the personal nature of your attempt to find Rina Kev, you need to focus on the big picture. Our fledgling republic needs to establish its legitimacy as a political body, fend off attacks and intrigue by the Tal Shar and other external threats, and stabilize its claims on New Romulus. Right now, we need you to pursue this investigation. Our fleet is not particularly large, and we cannot afford to have any ships go missing. We need you to find out what's happening to them. Don't worry, this isn't the old Empire where one person's welfare is put by the wayside for the good of the state. We'll keep looking for information about Rina. The best thing you can do is help the Republic to survive, so we can devote more resources to missions of a more personal nature. Time is short. What do you need of me?
New officer. Hang on. Need to clear some of this. Romulan engineering officer. Romulan tactical officer. What do I have on board? I don't have room. Well, no. I do standard away team. I don't need science. Probably another tactical. That's fine. Where is it? Bank exchange, browse commodities. I think I can sell from here. Alright. What do we want to sell? We want to sell that. 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 That can go. That can go. That can go. Can't use that. I'll hang on to that because I need to figure out how to use it. That I'll hang on to. I think. Oh no, they're not. Back and go. Console attack of fine beam weapon damage plus 5 is the exact same. That can be sold. Science, yeah, the exact same. That can be sold. 3,000. Ooh, that's better than the plasma torpedo. I don't have another plasma torpedo either, so. Where is it? It's here. Alright. 360. Oh, that can go on the back. Half the weapon. 165. Oh, yeah, that's better. The heck is it there? Oh. That's why I'm not using it. But in the meantime, these can be sold. The console of science is shield regeneration. I think I'll get rid of that. Buy back. Did I sell a tactical console by any chance? I don't think I did. Did I? Impulse engines. No. Wait. Console tactical. Slot ensign. Oh, okay. So you can actually sell that. Quantum mine launcher. They can go into the aft weapon slot, and they are actually very handy as far as I remember. They can be very good. I'll hang on to them for now. I think that's it. That's me cleared out. Oh wait. Improves hull healing. I think I will actually use that. What is that? Alright, so I can sell this one. Sell that one. What is this? Rope gear tech upgrade. I can't sell those boxes, can I? I can discard them though. I don't think I can use them. Nope. That's Science Officer Kit. Can be sold. There's another one there. That can be sold. think that's finally it. Okay, what's this Klingon thing? Oh, warrior. Oh, him. Yeah. Well, I think you get these couple of items in here. I think we're good to go. Alright, let's move on. Investigate Memphis system. Will do. Set course. As we're flying, I can sort out completed. Cool. Set a couple of more assignments. Skill points. Jump there. Where do we see our dilithium again? Hail Romulan Flotilla. Phoenix Prize Pack. Wow. There's a lot to do in it, you know. Episodes, yeah. The price of neutrality. I can replay that, yeah. The bigger picture. I think that's what we're on right now, isn't it? Yeah.
Time is short. What do you need?
No, not too far. Oh, I did try Age of Conan with Steam Proton today, and it's not working yet. For those people that play that, I don't think as many people play it anymore. I actually wouldn't mind getting into that either myself. It's one of the ones I kind of started to get into before switching to Linux years ago. Before switching to Linux full time. We're almost to the Romulan storyline now. The intro stuff, so it's cool.
We've arrived at the source of the distress signal. Scanning the area now.
Cardassian vessel is dead ahead, sir. Alright. A spike in the ship's Tetrion emissions, huh? Any life signs? Inconclusive.
The ship is badly damaged, but there's no clear relationship between the distortion and the ship. I ran a comparison to the anomalies we scanned previously in the Kittimer system. While they appear similar at first look, the spike in Tetrions is different from what we've seen before.
We need a closer scan.
Sir, there's no sign of a Republic vessel in the area. Whatever happened here is unfortunate, but I recommend we continue our search elsewhere. It may look suspicious if we linger.
We'll be cautious. Approach the ship. Not sure I want to get into the middle of that. Hull breach. Emergency force field in place. The ship appears to be deserted.
Cardassians use a recursive encryption algorithm to protect their data from unauthorized access. We'd have to be on their bridge to tap into their systems.
That's what we'll do.
We have no idea what happened to this ship. We could be putting ourselves at risk for the sake of curiosity. I recommend we leave and continue our search elsewhere.
No, we need to investigate.
It's your call, but if you're going over to that ship, then I'm coming with you.
Understood. Transport to the bridge. Cool. Cardassian ship.
Interesting. No visible damage. Why would they abandon the ship? The bridge appears operational, but where's the crew? No other life signs detected. We're alone. Here's something odd. There are no corpses on this ship. The ship description fits what we've seen of the Alachi. Several security logs were accessed recently. I think you're going to want to see this. This security recording is from 3 days ago. Whatever it is, it explains why there aren't any corpses.
Yeah, they all walk through a black hole.
One more. Pulling it up now.
Oh, it's those fellas that were in Voyager, whatever they're called, I bet.
Wait. That noise. Several ships are on approach and requesting status. Sir, they're Cardassian.
Cardassians.
You'll pay for your interference.
I don't think so. I will not surrender.
That is unfortunate. Your ship would be worth far more undamaged. This is your last chance. Feel free to use the escape pods if necessary.
Cardassian fool, no wonder the Dominion abandoned him.
2 more waves are approaching the system. Recommend a defensive posture with power to shields.
Time to fight some Cardassians.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
Your ship will be a trophy for the true way. True way will avenge us!
I think I also thought they'd be cool to play as well, the Cardassians, you know. But I don't think they've put them into the game yet, so that'd be cool. Eta Eridani sector block. Okay.
The Cardassians were unaware of what had happened to their missing vessel. It appears the Alachi attacked them while they were hunting for our ships. Bad luck. We should destroy the derelict. Let the True Way think that the Republic defeated all of their patrols.
Agreed. Okay.
Based on what you've learned, it seems that your next lead is in the Beta Quadrant. Head to the Donatu system and see if you can learn more about where our ships are going and who's taking them.
According to new intel, Sela has started paying privateers to capture or destroy Romulan Republic ships. That would explain why these Cardassians are operating outside their normal territory. I suggest we track these True Way ships back to their base. If we're lucky, they'll lead us right to the missing Republic ships.
That we can't use. Can we? No, we can't for some reason. We should have sold it actually. Can't use that. Better pistol. I'm actually going to give that big mini plasma gun thing to the big guy. Him. There we go. Okay, let's check course. The NATO system. I'm slowly getting back into it, you know, there's an awful lot to the game. But it's cool, it's very enjoyable. I will be needing a cup of tea soon though. That was a hint, Sorcerer Zero. Yeah, she's sitting next to me here in the living room. Can we use a transwarp? Oh no. Long journey. There's Klingons off the starboard bow. Yeah. Well, I'm working with the Klingon, so that's okay. We can share a bottle of blood wine or something. I'm not totally gone in this style of ship, to be honest. I'm kind of looking forward to the next one. I mean, it's nice, but it's a bit blocky looking. Playing a bit of Lotro earlier on. I didn't stream it. I was on with another character, my mage fella. I'm getting him up to levels because I want to get his crafting up. It would be nice though to get 3D printed, you know, copies of your ships if it wasn't so expensive. But it would be cool, like to have them on your desk, you know. You can have around your desk would be cool. I wonder how big they are. I need to look into it. Has anyone watching ever actually ordered one?
Head to the Donatu system and see what you can find there.
That's what we're doing. We're almost there now. Oh, we're in Klingon space, or we're going to be right in the very edge of Klingon territory. Space arena. Interesting. Anyone from the East Coast will probably know them. Funky Buddha. Our co-host on Beer Good Entertainment loves them. That's her favourite brewer. Oh, Willie Gnome's not following me on Twitch. Thank you, Willie Gnome. Or Gnome. As soon as I've stopped streaming, I will follow you back straight away. I always follow back, by the way. Class 2.
Recommend we stay cloaked as we approach the station, sir.
Here we go. Cloak on. Oh, great. Mines. Reprogram target. Okay. Assault the Cardassian station.
If we avoid the magnetic flux energy, we should be able to remain cloaked as we approach the station.
This is cool. Cardassian turrets, remember those in Deep Space Nine? Well, we made it. Can we beam while cloaked? Yep. This is my third day playing it. But I've been doing like 3.5 hours per night, so. No, I didn't see the summer event ship. I've literally, like, this is my first time back in the game for years, so all I've done is made up a Romulan character and I've just been following the Romulan storyline. But maybe later on I'll take a look and see how to get that summer event ship. That'd be cool, actually, yeah. Is that the Ryzen one? The Ryzian ship? Possibly. Okay. That's a pretty cool looking ship, actually. The Ryzian one. Oh, that's cool. I'll look out for that. This is where having half-mounted mines. We've crippled the station's defenses, but it is only a matter of time before they summon reinforcements. A Republic warbird is being held in the station's dock. Aha! So that's where our ships are going. Some of them.
Your
anyway.
brazen attack on this station is further proof that the Romulan Republic is nothing more than a terrorist cabal. We've contacted the legitimate Romulan government and alerted them to your presence. Any further acts of terror against this station or any Cardassian citizen will be met with deadly force.
And that's why you've got one of our ships, huh?
Your ignorance of Cardassian history is insulting. We do not listen to demands. We give them.
Aha. Close the channel. We need to get the crew to their ship.
for our escape. Before you transported us, I overheard a guard saying that more True-Way ships were approaching. We need time to restore emergency power. Please provide cover until we are able to go to warp.
Warp to the flotilla as soon as you can. We'll cover you.
Power restored. Preparing to warp out of the system.
Where is the Republic ship though? Is it above us or? There we go.
Excellent. I hope that your new starship has performed to your satisfaction. Now that we know about Sila's attempts to capture our ships, we'll order our commanders to exercise additional caution in territory near True-Way space, or with other groups that might try their hand at privateering. I have received some new intelligence from our allies that may be of use to us. Expect to hear from me shortly.
Congratulations.
Cool, 3 bars to go. 3 bubbles to go, okay. Smash and grab. In the Phoeban system, she's been questioned by Tal'Shir. Well, let's jump in and grab her. No, that one was phaser damage. Don't really need that, so I'll take that one off. But I do want torpedo weapon damage. No, we don't want to go to Drozana Station. Not yet, anyway. That's a cool storyline in this, I remember that one. The time traveling one. You get to meet Scotty, it's really cool. So you fight in like arena matches or something to get points to get the summer ship or something, is it? K7, cool. Skill points. Alright. So we're gonna bust in, get her out, and run. Interesting armor in that Klingon. I presume that's from Discovery, I haven't seen it, so. Alright, here we go.
We've located the transports that are carrying the prisoners. And Charva's intel isn't exactly accurate. She told us they were going to be Tal Shiar ships, but they're Cardassian. Do you think they could be disguised? And lightly guarded? They have combat-ready escorts. We'll need to defeat the escorts and disable the transport vessels. Then we can board and start looking for my sister. I still think she could be on board, even though the escorts are Cardassian ships instead of Tal Shiar.
Okay. That's a lot of ships. for a second. Well, the three of them are disabled, so let's take out these escorts. Oh. How come they're not here in my bar then? I'm gonna give myself some points. Oh, excellent. Sorcerer Zero just collected my mug. That can only mean one thing. A cup of tea.
That's the last of them. An away team is waiting in the transporter room. We can board the first transport as soon as you're ready.
Alright. Yeah, that's true. Zooming out. Yeah, I'll try that next time. I really like playing the Romulans, I have to say.
There are faint life signs up ahead. One of them could be Rena. Let's check our fire.
Body armor, mercenaries, okay. Yeah, I really want to get into crafting this game this time around. I never got into it before. Troopers, it's like, oh, cool.
Perhaps the Tal Shiar knew the Cardassians took this convoy and sent us here to fight them. No matter who survived, us or the True Way, either way, the Tal Shiar wins.
True.
The Tal Shiar led us into a trap. Again. I'm tired of being lied to. Being tricked.
Well, it is a Tal Shiar.
The self-destruct on this ship is still active. Let's set it before we beam over to the next one and look for Rena there. All we should leave behind is a cloud of debris, and then the Tal Shiar and the True Way will know the cost of crossing the Romulan Republic.
Next transport. Pike Canis sector block. Okay.
There isn't any data on prisoners here. It's just cargo and soldiers. I don't understand why Charva would send us here. Was she trying to get us killed?
Top right button. Looks like we're heading to engineering.
I can't believe Charva would lie about Rena being on one of these ships. We used to be so close.
Looks blocked. Can we go around? I love the Kirk dive. Oh yeah, no worries. I'm tired as well. Work monitors, where are they? Energize.
Quick, energize!
Okay, investigate.
Enemy targets on sensor.
You can stop shooting now. That's the last of them, I think. Yep. Oh, tea. Is that tea around at all? Was there a cup of tea on the way?
I drank it.
Oh, you drank it. Okay.
You know you like it brewed until it's a brick?
Uh-huh, I do. I like strong tea. Strong black tea. It's nice.
More escort ships inbound on an attack vector.
Well, there they got to take a sip. Let's go. Nice disruptor cannons. Take a quick look at those disruptor cannons. Disruptor cannons, so they're well, no, they're actually not. They're not as good as the disruptor cannons I have on there. They're basically the same. So these ones, though, Sub-Admiral, okay. Centurion, alright. Did I pick up any? They will do.
I provided the convoy's coordinates as a gesture of good faith. I remember how close Jovan was to his sister. Rina was my friend, too. Although she's committed crimes against the Romulan Star Empire, I'm willing to give her and you another chance.
How could you lie to us again? Lead us into another trap. And you use Rena to do it. That's low, even for the Tal Shiar. She wasn't on those transports. It was all a setup, a deception intended to get us killed, and I'm not falling for it again. Give me a reason, any reason to believe the woman I cared about is still in you, that you can still be saved.
I just brought the Twitch chat up on my phone as well.
The Tal Shiar moves prisoners all the time. Sometimes it's for security reasons, or because Colonel Hakib wants to handle an interrogation personally. Maybe Rina has already been sent someplace else. I'll check my contacts and see what I can find. I'm trying to help. You can't deny that. Maybe now you'll see that all Tal Shiar aren't the monsters that Datan and his group make us out to be.
Actually they are.
We put word out that Toban's sister is still missing. I'll let you know if we hear anything. Keep talking to Charba. It's clear now she's playing some sort of game. But we can get ahead of this if you and Toban keep her distracted. Anything that will give us an upper hand with the Tal Shiar will help our cause.
Plasma disruptor beam array. That would be pretty damn good, I would say. Disruptor cannon. That's nice, but a beam array. Well.
Congratulations, Centurion.
2 bars to go.
If you want proof, then I'll provide it. I'm transmitting several classified Tal Shiar files to your ship now. Read through them, analyze them yourself, and then you'll see the truth. Datan and his kind are terrorists and a threat to the survival of the Romulan people. After that, I hope you'll reconsider your options. The Tal Shiar are trying to help the Romulan people, and you should be fighting for us. We've been fighting for you all this time.
Cool. Well, this is the first time going into the interior of my ship. How do we do that again? Nice. No, I just need to figure out how to get it inside my ship again. Oh wait, skills. Floor button under the... Oh yeah, here we go. Then here we go. First time inside my ship since rejoining the game. That's a nice cup of tea. Ooh, nice. left on my ready room. There we go. to do it from my ready room? Talk to them later.
Captain, we're getting two different stories here. One from Charva, and one from these documents. Analysis of the files shows that either Charva is trying deliberately to mislead us, or that she's being misled herself. Since she seems to firmly believe what she's telling us, I'm not completely comfortable disregarding her information out of hand. I recommend that we speak to Commander Tal Mera on Drozana Station. She has contacts in the intelligence community that we don't. She should be able to either confirm or deny our findings.
Drozana, I remember this one. Okay, car set. Well, oh, jeez. There we go. No, we're nowhere near Drozana Station. There we go. Well, that's good. Still good to know. Yeah, there's bugs like that in Lotro as well. You just have to stone home. Completed one. Failure. Report a bug. Damn right I report a bug. What the hell's with the sun? I don't know. Same as what he has. I'm gonna go back to a Romulan bars off my new ship, I think. All of these have good shields. They do. And, where's the medical officer here? Type 2, but it's a good one. Though in saying that, the DPS isn't great in it. Okay, here we go, Drozana. Is this the beginning of the one where you go back in time, or is that on a different storyline? If it is, it's really cool.
Welcome to Drozana. You're cleared for docking. We have everything you need for shore leave, and a few things that you didn't even know you wanted. Shopping, drinking, dining, entertainment. You'll find it all here. And don't forget the 77th rule of acquisition. If you break it, I'll charge you for it.
Ferengis, huh?
Can't you see I'm busy losing all my latinum?
My business isn't any of yours.
Can't you see I'm busy losing all my latinum?
It is, it's the... yeah, I think. Yeah, what the... Is anybody else seeing this?
Was there something you needed? Tal Shiar files. I'm sure there's a good story behind how you came into possession of these. Let's see what you have. What sort of information do you need? Personally, I'd regard anything given to you by a Tal Shiar operative with suspicion. They are masters of misinformation and misdirection. We can do that. Show me what you have and what parts of them are troubling you. I've seen some interesting works of fiction, but nothing that compares to this. Deton and Lortrix working together? On a Riemann mining colony? I don't think so. Can you see Deton in a dilithium mine? And Lortrix was storing weapons for Deton? Why? There have to be better places we can stash supplies than in an enemy colony. And this section about Deton working with Starfleet to target colonies for terrorist attacks is ridiculous. Neither Deton or the Federation would do such a thing. I'm detecting that sections of the file have been altered. That's probably why it reads like a bad spy story. According to my records, Deton was in contact with Starfleet, but he was talking to them about which colonies needed agricultural aid. And there were weapons on Chaltok, as you well know. But not only were they making weapons for the Hirogen, they were targeting Romulan militia targets, including the flotilla. Now, I didn't realize that Lortrix and Deton knew each other, but apparently they do. They interacted once during negotiations during a workers' strike at a Riemann mining facility. It's funny how people from such different worlds and outlooks can interact. Deton was talking to the Federation about colonies near our borders, but it wasn't to target them for attack. It was to discern which ones had the greatest need for agricultural assistance. A lot of the newer colonies are having a rough time trying to establish themselves. Deton believes that the more prosperous colonies have a responsibility to help support others. That's why he was talking to the Federation. He was asking if they would be willing to assist as well. Unfortunately, once the rumor of terrorist attacks entered the mix, the Federation Council broke off aid talks. And I'm not surprised that Lortrix was aiming weapons at our targets, although I don't think he was doing so at the request of the Hirogen. The Tal Shiar has a way of getting into everything, and we know that they were monitoring that colony. The Tal Shiar operative could have manipulated Lortrix into aiming some of the weapons at Romulan Republic targets. If they were fired, then we'd lose big, and a neutral colony would be blamed for the attack. Also, I think it was a coincidence that Deton and Lortrix were acquainted. Lortrix once worked for the Riemann Mining Cooperative, but he wasn't exactly a model employee. In fact, he was one of the leaders of a strike that turned violent. The Riemanns brought in a group of negotiators to help end the crisis. Deton was one of the people they invited. He helped negotiate a settlement, and Lortrix was one of the representatives of the workers during those negotiations. I doubt they've ever spoken to one another again once the strike ended.
What do you make of all these
I
changes?
think the Tal Shiar are conducting quite an effective smear campaign against Deton and our movement. It's our responsibility to see through their deceptions. We can do that. Show me what you have and what parts of them are troubling you. I'm detecting several abnormalities in this file. It looks like portions of it have been altered. We should corroborate these reports in order to determine which facts are actually true and which are Tal Shiar fabrications. Here's what we know and can confirm from our files. Deton did smuggle crates to Viranot before the attack on your colony, but they were carrying ship parts, not weapons. And he did more to help the colony without drawing excess attention. It was our group that helped your people get the water reclamation equipment they needed to support a healthy population. And yes, we spent a great deal of time and money gathering information about both the Federation and the Klingon Empire. But we're not planning an attack. Why would we? Instead, we're gathering all the intel we can about the political climates of both factions. Deton has been working with colony leaders for years, including the Maori and others at Viranot. However, since the Empress and the Tal Shiar often retaliate against people who are friendly to our movement, in the past, we've tried to keep those contacts as quiet as possible. Your colony had some talented engineers who were willing to help flotilla ships. Deton provided crates full of ship parts, smuggled from other friendly settlements. Your engineers repaired Allied ships who needed help. But Deton is a man of peace. I can't ever see him wanting to smuggle weapons, especially not to a civilian site. Of course, because the people at Viranot risked their safety to help our ships, Deton helped them in return. One of the ways the Tal Shiar keeps control over colony worlds is by denying or diverting needed supplies. Before the attack, Viranot's population had outgrown its water treatment capabilities. They tried to acquire another water filtration unit, but were blocked by lost shipments, denied paperwork, and other bureaucratic hassles. It could have meant disease and deprivation for your people. So the Maori reached out to Deton. He provided the water reclamation equipment Viranot needed, and even helped the colonists conceal it so it couldn't be damaged in a convenient accident. And yes, we do spend a great deal of time and effort gathering intel on both Starfleet and Klingon Empire, but we're not studying their defenses. We're learning about their political climates. Our relationships with the Klingons and Starfleet are still very fragile. They're being strengthened by people like you. But a shift in attitudes on the High Council or the Federation Council could mean disaster for us. The more we know about what's happening, the better we can react to it. I'm not saying that Titan is a complete innocent. None of us are. The political information could be used to sway decisions in our favor. The ship part and water reclamation equipment were smuggled illegally. But you have to look at the intent behind Titan's actions. He's trying to help people, not tear them down. We can do that. Show me what you have and what parts of them are troubling you. Huh. I didn't realize that the Tal Shiar had transferred prisoners to the Kinkuthanza system penal colony. Probably because there isn't a penal colony in the Kinkuthanza system. That's not the only discrepancy I'm detecting in this file. There's distinct signs of tampering. We need to figure out what they altered, and why. Here's what I know. Most Tal Shiar prisoners fall off the grid completely. We don't know where they're taken, or what's being done to them, and that troubles Titan a great deal. We have, however, heard of a Tal Shiar facility called Installation 18 that appears to be a holding facility. Some prisoners would likely be taken there. As far as I know, your friend's sister has never been in the Theban system, much less been captured there. We did lose a militia ship there a few weeks ago, and one of my agents, Sub-Commander Avron, is still in Tal Shiar custody. Avron was trying to steal supplies from a Tal Shiar convoy when he was captured. It was risky, but they had critical supplies we couldn't get any other way. We don't know what the Tal Shiar is doing with their prisoners, but a lot more people are missing than we can account for. We have, however, found several references to a place called Installation 18. We're still tracking down where this facility is and what they're doing there, but we know that prisoners are taken there for an unknown purpose. Rina Kev hasn't shown up on any of our lists of the missing, but I have found references to someone with that name being a crew member on a cargo transport. As far as I know, the ship she was working on has never been to the Theban system. But if your friend can't find her, I'd be concerned. The Tal Shiar has a nasty habit of making people disappear. We did lose a ship in the Theban system recently, a small scout vessel. Its commander was one of my agents, and we have confirmed that Sub-Commander Avron is being held in Tal Shiar custody. Sub-Commander Avron was there doing reconnaissance for me. Tal Shiar convoys pass through that region of space, and there was one convoy that had vital supplies we need. The plan was a long shot at best, but Avron knew the risks when he took the assignment. Now that Avron is in custody and the convoy has made it safely to its destination, all we can do is try to figure out how to soldier on without the components that were in those ships. Did Titan know about the plan to attack a Tal Shiar convoy? Yes. Does that make us criminals and terrorists? That's something you're going to have to decide for yourself. We can do that. Show me what you have and what parts of them are troubling you. We're fighting for our independence and the future of the Romulan race. We're short on supplies and allies and beset by enemies that see nothing wrong with murder, torture, and kidnapping. And they call us the terrorists. We've had to make some difficult decisions. Some of them have led us down roads that none of us wanted to take. But nothing we've done is anything as terrible as what the Tal Shiar is accusing Titan of doing. There are no innocents in a war, and that includes Titan. At least his motivations are clear. And I can't see what the Tal Shiar has to gain by framing him for these crimes.
Captain, Jarva's convinced that these files are genuine. She wouldn't be pushing us this hard otherwise. We need to sit down and show her the discrepancies we've discovered, preferably in front of a Tal Shiar computer, so we can open her eyes to the truth. If we contact her and say we're ready to join the Tal Shiar, but we need to discuss these files first, maybe she'll take us somewhere where we can prove to her that she's been lied to. There's a subspace communications hub in the lounge on Drozana Station's observation level that we can use to contact Charva.
Was there something you needed?
I got a deal for you. Get the free Phoenix prize back. What do we do? Just talk to him? Redemption store. Okay, I have no idea what that is, but we'll check it out later. Oh, okay. And you save up those tokens, you can get a ship if you have enough of them or something. Ultra rare or epic to get the ships. Okay.
Can't you see I'm busy losing all my latinum?
I wasn't expecting to hear from you so soon. Are you ready to join the Tal Shiar?
I'm ready to join you and the
I
Tal
take it
Shiar.
that everything I provided checked out to your satisfaction?
Mostly, but I want to go over the data you sent. I need assurances that it is genuine.
That's a fair request. The Tal Shiar maintains a clandestine network of satellites throughout the quadrant. There's a listening post that's part of this network in the Aja system. It's near your current position and off the trade routes, so we should be able to meet privately. It's also connected to the rest of the Tal Shiar network, so we can go over the data in detail. I'm glad you've seen the light. You're joining the right side.
See you there.
Was there something you needed? It's remote and has little strategic value. If you're planning some shore leave after this is over, I'd suggest you go to Ryza instead. I can tell you, you're probably flying into a trap. The Tal Shiar invests a great deal of time and effort to spin a web of lies. They don't look favorably on people who try to expose them for what they are. If you're going to go, at least take some backup.
Can you contact the KDF to organize that?
That won't be too difficult. You've made a lot of friends. Send out a subspace burst if you need some assistance in the Aza system. They'll be waiting for your signal.
Welcome to Josana.
Okay.
You're cleared for docking. We have everything you need for shore leave, and a few things that you didn't even know you wanted. Shopping, drinking, dining, entertainment. You'll find it all here. And don't forget the 77th rule of acquisition. If you break it, I'll charge you for...
Okay, so I can turn it into consoles or weapons or mods. Okay. That's still not good to have. Here we go. Corset. It's not too far to travel.
Captain, we're detecting another ship in the system. It's Charva's ship, the IRW Aethra. They're signaling to us that Charva has already beamed over to the listening post, and that you and I should join her. But they say only us. We can't take a full away team.
Okay.
I hope we're able to make Charva see reason. She doesn't seem willing to accept that Tal Shiar is at the root of many of the problems of the Romulan people. It's not going to be easy to convince her.
I am so glad to hear that you are considering my offer of joining the Tal Shiar. They offer safety and stability to all Romulans. You will not regret your decision.
Tobin and I would like to work more closely with you, but first, I need to go over some of this data with you.
I cannot blame you for wanting to do your due diligence. Seeing as you are about to join our ranks, I do not think the Tal Shiar would mind if we took a look at some of the intelligence files used to generate the reports I gave you. Just do not tell any of my superiors that we did this. You do not have clearance yet.
Of course not.
This cannot be right.
What can't be right?
It appears as if some of the information that was included in the report I gave you does not line up with what is here. Several of the facts have been changed either here or in the report, and the results skew any conclusions that could be drawn.
We should check another file.
But I thought... These recordings don't line up with the report either. What's going on here? Who could have tampered with this evidence?
See you, Willie Gnome. Is that Willie Gnome or Willie Gnome? Are you a Gnome user on Linux, by any chance? And I will follow back as soon as I stop the stream. I will follow back and have a good night's sleep. And thank you so much for following and watching. It's been fun.
Has this file been tampered with?
What do you mean?
This is the same story as the others. This evidence doesn't match the report I shared with you. You knew about this, didn't you? That's why you had me look at these files. Did you alter this data to make me look bad? Are you trying to sabotage my career with the Tal Shiar?
I promise you, I didn't change anything.
We were sent here by Commander Morris to take you into custody. You are accused of undermining the Romulan Empire and crimes unbefitting of a Romulan. Tovan Kev, you are accused of aiding a known fugitive and conspiring against the Tal Shiar. Charva, you are relieved of command of your ship, pending the outcome of a court-martial. If you're lucky. That's all that will happen to you for betraying the Tal Shiar.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
We need to get out of here and return to our ship before the Tal Shiar send any more troops down here. Charva, you should come with us. You won't be safe with the Tal Shiar. We need to get out of here and return to our ship.
I've been informed by my Tal Shiar superiors that you and Charva are now to be considered enemies of the state. My orders are to apprehend you, alive if possible, but dead will work almost as well. Surrender, and I will be merciful to your crew. Resist, and let their deaths be on your head.
You'll need more than just that one ship to take me down. Okay.
If you insist, how about a fleet of Tal Shiar warships? Will that convince you to surrender? Think of your crew. Spare them the pain and suffering this meaningless gesture will cause.
You didn't think I'd show up here all alone, did you? Captain, our friends from the Empire have checked in. They'll decloak at your signal. Send the subspace burst. Nice.
Sub-Commander Nadell is commanding the RRW Dehu. She has requested we transport Charva aboard so she can be taken to the proper authorities.
Welcome aboard. Is this the Tal Shiar prisoner?
Yes, this is Charva.
This way, please. I'll leave you to it.
I'm sorry it's come to this, Charva. I hope you can see now that the Tal Shiar...
No. They're doing what they can for our people. I was the one who failed to live up to their expectations. And you were the one who steered me wrong. Just like Jatan has done to you.
I'm sorry you feel that way. It's time to go, Tolan.
Captain, Charva was a close friend, and we couldn't even convince her of our cause. We need to find something substantial to expose the Tal Shiar.
I'm afraid you might be right.
Charva's alive, but I expect she's going to face a lot of questions from intelligence. But if we couldn't change her mind, what'll it take to convince the Romulan people? How do we gather the proof we need? For now, we've done all we can. I recommend we leave the system before any Tal Shiar reinforcements arrive.
You've done commendable work exposing the duplicitous nature of the Tal Shiar, but there is still more work to be done in order to actually discover what they have been up to. It's a shame that Charva is resisting our efforts to turn her to our cause. Perhaps with enough time, she'll see the Tal Shiar for the traitors to the Romulan people that they really are. In any event, you are proving to be a formidable addition to this fleet.
Same as what I have, but there are better torpedoes there. Yeah, they're much better.
Time is short.
Congratulations,
Centurion. It looks like you're about to be moving up in the galaxy. Based on your new familiarity with Tal Shiar operatives and their less than savory techniques, I passed your personnel file off to Republic Intelligence. I believe you've already met Commander Talmera. She'll be handling your work with them. Intelligence is very interested in your recent encounter with Charva. They think you're ready for some more clandestine assignments.
Time is short. What do you need of me?
Romulan Centurion duty officer back. Cool. Additional duty officer now available. Cool. More duty officers. Good. Back to Drozana. Okay. And then we're going undercover. Let me set course before I do anything else. And off we go. That's a better shield than I have. I do like the beamery though.
Welcome to Drozana. You're cleared for docking. We have...
Was there something you needed?
I was ordered to report here by Sub-Commander Nadal.
I've been reviewing your personnel files. You've had quite the interesting career, haven't you? Tell me about the time you've spent with Charva, and what you learned about the Tal Shiar. If you're willing, we can use the information you learned from Charva, as well as intel we've gathered in other operations, to help you infiltrate the Tal Shiar. You'd learn their secrets from the inside. I've been informed through some covert channels that someone wants to talk to you. Next to the Dabo table, you will find a Ferengi looking around nervously. Approach him and say, "Think this wheel is rigged?" If he responds with, "Only if it still has factory settings," you'll know you've found the right person. Good luck. and let me know if I can help. Was there something you need?
Can't you see I'm busy losing all my latinum? Only if it still has factory settings. There is a package for you. Look behind the plant near the bar in the back of this room. Well, what are you waiting for? Go get it!
I am Kamen, a representative of Klingon intelligence. Our new alliance has opened up several opportunities for both our peoples. If you speak with my associate in the lounge area of Drozana Station, you will be patched directly through to me. I look forward to working with you.
Can't you see I'm busy?
Place this device in your ear and act as though you're speaking with me. Patching you through to command now.
We've been working on getting someone inside the Tal Shiar. Before we start filling you in on our plans, tell me why you want to do this.
For the good of the Romulan Republic.
I've heard you were at Viranot. Nasty business. Easy to build a vendetta from something like that. A person in your situation might have some pent-up rage. A need for revenge burning in their heart like a fire. I can see that in you. Vengeance can be a powerful weapon, but it cuts both ways.
As terrible as Vernet was, it's simply the most recent example of the Tal Shiar's crimes. I want to expose those crimes to the entire galaxy.
Good enough. This information may prove useful to the Romulan Republic. I'm willing to pass it along in hope of having the favor repaid in the future. We'll be ready to act when you are.
The information is valid, and our allies seem eager to assist. Still, I worry about what type of favor they will ask of us in the future. Nevertheless, we're going to use this opportunity to try to insert you into the Tal Shiar. You'll pose as someone who wants to join them, gain their trust, and then use that to infiltrate their operations. To help sell your story, our allies in Starfleet have agreed to launch a staged attack on a known Tal Shiar base. You'll use this attack to get inside their organization. Take these patterns for replicating Tal Shiar uniforms. You might want to dress the part. Was there something you needed? You've proven that you're willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done. That is an important quality in someone that is about to sneak into the very heart of the Tal Shiar disguised as one of their own. I have sensitive information that is not safe to transmit over subspace. Please rendezvous with me on Drozana Station in the Beta Quadrant. Was there something you needed? Was there something you needed? You've proven yourself to be capable in a difficult situation, and that's not praise I give lightly. The business with Charva was a bit messy, but you didn't get caught in her lies. That shows you have a clear head. If you're ready, we can launch our operation to infiltrate the Tal Shiar and bring back its secrets. You've already caught the attention of people in the Tal Shiar. Now we need to convince them that you're ready to switch sides. In their minds, you're already a traitor. It won't be hard for them to believe that you're ready to betray Deton as well. Take this isolinear chip. It has your new identity, background, and credentials. It also outlines our plan for this first operation and includes the plans for some special tools you may need. In short, you're going to warn the Tal Shiar base in the Unroth system of a pending KDF attack and assist them in fighting off the force. In the confusion, you'll have an opportunity to plant some of the data packets on the chip in the Tal Shiar network. The information on them will help sell your story. Good luck.
Ready for the Unroth system now.
Welcome to Josana. You're clear.
Set, let's go. Alright, complete 3. Failure. There's another thing I need to get into. Nice. Plasma energy weapon damage. Cool. Aim weapon. I have that one already, so. Plasma projectile. Plasma energy weapon damage. I'll take that one. Okay. This is so cool. It's like being in Star Trek. It's bringing it all back. It's cool. Anyone watching? Have you watched Star Trek Continues? I really like that. That's really cool. Actually, I need to before they're taken down. I need to grab them. They're so cool. I'd like to have those in my collection. Well, I've been on for just over 3 hours, so that's pretty good. I think I'll, as soon as I arrive there, I think I will leave it there for tonight. I will be back tomorrow night. Do another 3 hours. It's been great. I'm really enjoying it. I'm also streaming Lotro for anybody that likes that as well. Don't forget to check out our podcast on Saturday, Very Good Entertainment. We also have a channel here on Twitch. If you're into Linux gaming, you've got to check out linuxgamecast.com. That's where you want to be. We have a great community at Discord. We're always having fun in there. It's just kind of a fun place to hang out. It's really cool. Actually, I have a couple of their t-shirts on the way. Should be delivered Monday or Tuesday. And if you haven't already followed here, please do so, or at least think about it. I do follow back. If you follow me, I will follow you. The two games I'm concentrating on at the moment are Star Trek Online, the Romulan storyline, though I do intend doing Klingon storyline as well. And Lotro, where I'm running around with a dwarf in Mirkwood right now. So if you see me streaming, I normally do Lotro in the afternoons. I think I'm going to do Lotro maybe in the afternoon, and then STO at night. Okay, we're right there. So I'm not going to do anything else. If you're following the storyline with me, when I start broadcasting tomorrow night, it's going to be right at this point, and we'll continue on from here. So thanks to everyone for watching. Thanks for those people that followed. Willie Gnome is one of them. I'm definitely going to follow back now as soon as I stop streaming. Yeah, it's been great. I'm really enjoying this. And in case you don't know, I am playing everything on Linux. I use Solus Linux. This is running through Steam Proton, Steam Play, and it's running great. You watched it tonight, and it's running fantastic. So, you want to check out Solus? Information below. Ubuntu, information below. Everything is there. Go to their websites, check them out, decide what you want to use, what you want to play around with. Linux is absolutely great, and you know the days are going away very fast that you can't play your games, because most of them you know can, which is really cool. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. It has been great fun, and I will be back with more tomorrow. See you then.